Your lights still has the flame.
We're just going to do a little bit of warm-up before we start the concert. Okay, fourth grade. To stage, let's go ahead and find yourself in our position, okay? Jake, you got music over there? You guys got music? You're good, okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's take our hand, feet flat on the floor, our sitting bones on the chair, standing tall in our seat or on our feet, and let's breathe in together. And breathe out. Let's take that hand that's on our tummy and let's breathe in like this. And let's breathe out. Nicely done. Let's do one more on this side. Big breath and let it go. You want to roll your shoulders back a little bit and feel good. Let's take one more big breath. You can do both hands. I can. Okay, you ready? Okay, one last breath. Let's add a stretch at the top. Okay, here we go. Stretch at the top. And let it out. Fantastic. Are you guys ready? Do you think they're ready? Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to walk off stage. And the lights are going to go down and I'm going to come back on. Just, okay. All right, here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to our winter band concert. We're starting a whole 2 minutes early, so I'll talk a little bit because there might be some people still coming in. My name is Mr. Murphy. Welcome, we're so glad to have you here. Please turn off your cell phones, as you noticed I just did. It's been such a joy to be a new teacher at MKA this year. I'm in my first year at MKA, and sitting on stage before you is the fantastic 36-member strong beginning band in 4th grade at MKA. So proud of them, and we thought that we would take you on a little bit of a tour of what it's like to be in beginning band. We've been learning all sorts of things, of course, how to play our instruments, but we've been learning a lot of different things. We have all sorts of ways that we communicate. Sometimes we communicate actually without even using any words. So we have all sorts of secret ways we communicate on stage. If anybody can tell me how they just did that after the concert, come let me know. So I want to introduce you to the different sections of the 4th grade band. In the very back, we have the fantastic percussion section. Let's hold it nice. And moving forward, we've got the mighty brass section here in the middle. And we have our magnificent woodwind section. Clarinet, and saxophones. Just fantastic. So we're going to give you a little taste of what we've been up to, and I thought we'd start with the percussion section. Percussion, are you ready? Let's do this. And go. And 1, 2, and ready, and drum. And ready, and ready, and fantastic percussion section before the great band. Now, in brass and woodwind, we've also been working on our instruments, and of course we tend to play notes and songs, so we have for you tonight, some of you might be familiar with the infamous hot cross buns. We've been working on it a lot. I hope some of you have heard it at home, and we're going to play it for you right now. This is Hot Cross Buns by the Brass and Woodwinds. Let's see if we get our signals. Are you ready? Let's see. Let's do this. And then let's see. Pretty awesome. So I think the only thing that could be better than that is if maybe, what if we combine our percussion groove with hot cross buns? And then we might have something called, what am I going to call it this time? How about we call it Hot Cross Buns Rock? I did it right. Our inner joke is that every time I announce the piece, I call it something different. So here we go. This is Hot Cross Buns Rock. Start with percussion, right? Here we go. Percussion. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1, 2 and ready and drum. And ready and go. So proud of you, thank you. Rosie, are you ready to do something? Good job, proud of them. You know, a few months ago, most of them had never even held an instrument before. All right, great job, 4th grade. We are going to do a little set change here and bring up the 5th grade band in just a second. Thank you for your patience. Right. 5th grade band. Here come the 5th grade band. So, yeah, when I think of this 5th grade band, what I think of is hard working. They've only been playing for 1 year longer than the students we just saw, but they've been doing a lot of work. And so we're actually going to play for you 2 pieces today, 2 short pieces. And I have to tell you, 5th grade, I didn't think we were going to make it, but we did. What you're about to hear, it's a lot. They've really done some pretty amazing work. Looks like we're getting set up. I usually wait for the thumbs up signal from them so I know we're ready to begin. So let's see, we're just getting adjusted. We've all got music. And getting thumbs up from the back, that's fantastic. The first piece that we're going to play for you tonight is a piece called 12 The Clock Strikes. And when you listen to this, you're probably, if you close your eyes, you might have images of some kind of a strange clock. So let's see. You ready? onto a space theme because the next piece of music is called the Star Splitter Fanfare. There's so much going on in this next piece all at once, which is what makes it such an interesting piece to listen to. Especially, you'll notice in our amazing percussion section back there, there's just a lot of instruments and a lot of things happening. So this is, do I have the thumbs up? I have the thumbs up. It's time for Star Splitter Fanfare. Great job. If we can, let's have the 5th grade band maybe go straight out this way and maybe even straight out back if that's possible, chaperones. I'm going to have Miss G instead. Great job, everyone. So while our 6th grade band is coming on stage, so we just heard our lower house band in 4th and 5th grade. I get the opportunity to meet with them twice a week, once during school, and we have small group lessons after school once a week within grades 4 and 5. In the upper house, we get to meet with each other about 1.5 times a week on average, and so I'm especially proud of what these students have done in such a short amount of time. It's actually amazing how much they've accomplished in such a little amount of time. We are going to play a piece for you now called Ancient City of Stone. And if you close your eyes on this one, I think you can sort of go back to some kind of a place in your imagination, and that's what I like to do when I listen to this one. Hey, 6th grade, welcome to stage. How you doing? How did we? Thumbs up. We'll take a nice breath. Feeling good? Feeling good? Okay. This is Ancient City of Stone. Great job, sixth grade. Great job. Straight up the back, yeah. So, the seventh grade band is about to come in any moment now. I'll wait till they come in because I want them to hear this. Hey, seventh grade, come on in. So the seventh grade band is actually special to me for one particular reason. I first came to MKA for my very first day physically in this community, I think late last March for my interview. And my predecessor, Linda Larkin, was retiring, and I came out to meet MKA. And as part of my interview, I got to meet the students and conduct one of the bands. And the band that I conducted for my interview was last year's sixth grade band. So this year's seventh grade band. So these are some of the first people I met at MKA, and I remember talking to my folks after I was here all day. They're like, so what did you think? I was like, well, I really like MKA. You know, I like the community, I like the teachers I met, and I really like the students. So this is a special band for me, and we are going to play for you now. We are the mightiest upper house band. And also we have a special student here in the front row with Mr. Reddy, who's graciously been playing in seventh grade band for how many years now, Mr. Reddy? That's fine. But we're excited to play together. We are excited to play for you Majestica. And this morning when we played it at dress rehearsal and then again at the concert, it gave me goosebumps. So I'm really proud of this band. Great job, seventh grade. We're going to get to hear the sixth and seventh grade bands. Actually, again, we have our combined 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band coming up at the end of the concert. But for now, I'm really excited to invite the 8th grade band up on stage. When I think about the 8th grade band, the first word that comes to mind is leadership. Anytime you go through a rite of passage, like my rite of passage being a new community member, you sort of wonder, like, am I going to fit in? Am I going to be welcomed here? And we've been talking about leadership as a team since September. We have the band leadership team, and officially all 15 members of the 8th grade band are on the band leadership team. And we've been talking about what we want the future of the band program to look like at MKA. And, but you know, and we've done a lot of fun things. We've done pep band together. There's a video coming out in a couple days, a sneak preview, that features some of the 8th grade band members. We've done a lot of fun stuff, but one of the most important things that they did for me this year happened a few weeks ago, right before Thanksgiving break. And I think it embodies leadership of how you welcome someone into a community. After our rehearsal on Thanksgiving Day, the band came up to me and said, "Mr. Murphy, we have something for you." And they handed me this beautiful card that says Mr. Murphy on it. It's very simple, but meaningful. It says, "Dear Mr. Murphy, thank you for all your hard work. We appreciate you and are grateful for your positive attitude from," and then the band signed the card for me. Everyone signed it, and that meant a lot to me. It's hanging in my office now. Yeah, and the reason we're about to play a piece called Rite of Ascension. So I'm singing it's Rite of Passage, Rite of Ascension. So maybe not exactly the same thing, but we are small but mighty in 8th grade. This is the leadership of the MKA middle school bands we're about to hear. To stay on stage now and go ahead and move to our combined band. And as we go ahead and invite the 6th and 7th grade bands to come back up on stage and join us for our combined band. A bit of a spectacular to end the show. And as the bands are coming on stage, I have a lot of gratitude right now for so many people that make all of this possible. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the students in the band program, all of my students in my 5th and 8th grade classes. I do this for you. You make it worth coming to work every day. Also, thank you to the parents and guardians who have been ferrying students, after school sometimes and bringing forgotten instruments to school and all the things you need to do to support them to do what they do. And especially all of my colleagues here at MKA, the incredible staff and faculty, the facilities who just magically move the band room from upstairs to downstairs like that. My colleagues here in the building, especially the Fine and Performing Arts Department, Dr. Elmore Monica, Kyle, Lisa, Joelle, you guys are fantastic. Kyle, Mr. Blackburn, who's my next door neighbor, if I'm having a rough day, magically he shows up with his jambalaya and it sort of makes my day better. Also, there's a lot of music teachers to thank. Mr. Leister, who's at the upper school, has come and worked with us a little bit. We've actually had, of course, our 8th grade go up and work with the pep band. Mrs. Larkin, who's my predecessor, who taught most of the students that you see on stage tonight, has invested so much in these students. Thank you to Mrs. Larkin. And I want to also invite up, if they're in the room, because they might be working right now, 3 really important music teachers that I definitely could not do this without, and that's Mr. Henke. Are you here, Mr. Henke?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Henke. Thank you, Mr. Henke, who's our resident jazz expert and also helps me with brass. Miss Pharisee, are you here? Where are you, Miss Pharisee? Oh, okay. Oh, there you are, Miss Pharisee. Thank you, who's our resident woodwind expert and Katie. And where's Miss Santos? I think you're on stage, Miss Santos. There we are, Miss Santos, our resident percussion expert. These 3 assistant band directors do so much to help us, and I'm just so grateful. And also, chaperones, I feel there's so many people I'm not thanking, but let's give everyone who's on, let's just call it Team Band. Everyone on Team Band, one more round of applause for Team Band. Thank you. So, the last piece we're going to play for you tonight, we have our masked bands on stage here. I think we'll have to check the records department, but it's been, I think, several years since we've had a band this big on stage. Certainly, I think, at least several years before the pandemic. This piece we're going to play for you now is called Apollo Fire, and it's a combined piece we've been working on with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming. And just to make a quick announcement, after the concert, what I recommend is students, we're going to go back to our respective rooms, put our instruments away, and come down and meet our families in the Panic lobby. Okay, that's the plan, just so we have a plan. This is Apollo Fanfare. Thank you, everyone.
blessed we are to have Mr. Murphy join the Fine and Performing Arts Department. He's just been such a wonderful asset. From day one, I mean, the rapport that he has with all of your children, he has been working tirelessly to prepare for today's performances. We also had a morning performance. I'm proud of him. I feel fortunate to be able to work with him each and every day. He's truly a talented musician, and he brings the talent of your extraordinary children. You know, he fosters that talent each and every day. And so we want to thank you, thank the students for their hard work, and also thank his dream team. We have flowers that we would like to present. So members of the 8th grade band, I know you're going to present. Okay, we also would like to bring up Miss Leanne Santos, Miss Katie Pharisee, Mr. Hankey, come on down. And the talented Miss Diane Giangreco, our technical director. Thanks to the chaperones, Fine and Performing Arts Department, administration, Mr. Steve Clayton, who's taking beautiful pictures of tonight's performance, all the parents, all of you, for your unwavering support of the Fine and Performing Arts Department, Board of Trustees, everyone, thank you so much.